Pondering back with another video. Yo, it's Sunday. Please come in, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, all that. Yo, I appreciate all of y'all who support my channel. I appreciate y'all who send me cash apps. The link is in the description if you want to support the channel. Yeah, so let's move on. First thing I want to talk about is Nicki Minaj. So Nicki Minaj went on Station Head today and she was clocking a few things. Nicki mentioned that she's going to be going on hiatus. Now, I know that she mentioned that the other day. I didn't really come and talk about that, but just to put some context around it in regards to things that took place today, I think Nicki, you know, she feels a certain type of way when the fans be going back and forth at it. So, you know, she's on there. Ooh, I want to say this too, right? Last night when Nicki was on, when she was on Station Head, she mentioned that Pink Friday 3 is coming. So I think that Nicki, she says a lot of different things, and she knows that haters are listening too. These people be lonely. They be bored, you know what I'm saying? They only look forward to a chick posting a picture and having some fake little party in New York City. They be all on Nicki. They all on Nicki shit. All of them, right? Anyway, so Nicki said Pink Friday 3 coming. Today, you know, she was pretty much going back and forth through some situations with Stan Wars. I think, you know, it was a situation that happened with Pedro and then some other guy from Twitter. Right, Pedro works with Nicki, so you know that. And then some guy named Nate, you know, they had some sort of clash at the concert. Nicki was ended up getting up there on her platform, talking to Nate, telling Nate that, you know, what the things that he's done that led up to her blocking him, whatever. I guess like something took place with him and somebody else named Nate. The crazy thing about it was when she was describing that situation, when the two Nates was saying, like, the one Nate was saying why Nate didn't like them. I remember it was a person who I didn't have a beef with them, but we both have the same name, and it was like we just didn't like each other. I don't know what it was, but it was crazy. I don't even think it was just in my head. We both had the same name, and we both have the same name, and it's written the same exact, it's spelled the same exact way. So that person was just saying like Nate didn't like them from that. Nicki was just saying like, you know, she ended up speaking to them. She said that she was going on hiatus just due to all of the trauma and drama. I guess it was something else with another fan that they was calling racist and all of that. Let me just tell you this. I want to cut straight through to it, right? And also, before I cut through and tell you how I feel, Nicki mentioned that no matter who she gets close to, somebody always finds a problem with them. Do y'all understand when I do my commentary, when I tell you this, right? I'm not trying to be funny. I love Nicki, right? But I know that when the way that I give it up on here and I give my opinion and I say that I might not agree with something or whatever, people are looking to use that against you all the time. Would I like to meet Nicki one day? Of course, that would be cool, but I'm not putting my life on that. But I know it's going to be a jealous fucker, because just like when I do my videos and be people screenshotting my titles, doing all of that, listen, this is my business right here. You know, when I upload on here, I get paid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do what you will with that information. I don't care how you feel about it, but I found a way to make this work for me, and people like my commentary. They either come back or they don't. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing about it is that when you get close to Nicki or she shouts you out or something like that, the haters come in, and I've seen it. I've seen the little ugly ones that come in and they get mad and they, you know, yeah, I've seen it. Right? I don't want no parts of that. I want to do my little commentary, collect my coins from YouTube, and move on. Stay true to my feelings, say how I really feel about things within the guidelines of being respectful and also still being a fan of Nicki. But I don't owe I don't owe anybody any type of way to deliver my commentary. Just because you think a certain type of way, I don't have to deliver it that way. That takes the fun out of it. I would literally feel like I'm suffocating if I was to condone or, you know, whatever with anything. But tonight, I understood her saying that she wanted a hiatus because listen, a lot of fans, and then y'all be fans. Yo, I seen this boy online, like, what's his name? I follow him. I think his name is Tron. He said the problem is a lot of y'all be fans of fans. Like, I don't ever want you to regard me like that. I'm your commentary source. If you like and fuck with my commentary, yes, but I'm still no God. I'm no better than you and nothing like that, right? Don't regard me a certain type of way. Don't do that. Don't do that, because I'm not. I'm a fan of Nicki just like you. I just happen to do commentary. Don't regard me that way. Y'all be regarding these people with thousands of followers, and y'all be like, you know, on they shit and blah blah. Nah, we all here because of Nicki Minaj. Like, in that type of like medium and supporting and all of that. You're not here. Listen, no. So I don't want to be. I want to do my commentary. I want to support here and there. I don't have to be up on no panel. I don't got to be doing Nicki trivia because I can buy my own concert tickets. I don't need no upgrades. You know, cool for the people who do need that. But I don't yearn to have that because it comes with a lot of hate. It comes with a lot of people who just, they sitting back and they keeping tabs on you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he said this. He told you to shut up when it came to the whole Lil Wayne and Rock Nation or whatever. Damn right did say it. Did say it. Now, so anyway, I feel for Nicki when she said that though, and she mentioned something saying that Pedro was going to be fired. I don't think that he's going to be fired. Maybe he's going to be discontinued. But I will say this, when it comes to Nicki associating with certain people who are messy and do certain things behind the scenes, I would be remiss to say that I don't see some of the fans complaining. Right? But how do I know now in hindsight that they're just complaining because they're close to Nicki? Yeah, I did it to Khalil. When Khalil would say certain things, you did it to Pedro, you know, but I didn't like certain ways that Pedro was moving. But listen, Pedro is not, he doesn't matter in the LeBron world because I got my concert tickets. I paid for them, right? I went to the concert. I appeared, right? I didn't have to go through nobody to send a name and do all of that. If that system works for you, that's great. I like that for you. You know what I'm saying? If you like them upgrades and doing all of that, and I understand your experience, you may yearn for an experience that I don't yearn for. But nonetheless, right? I understand Nicki. Nicki was just, I think that she tries to bridge some sort of peace with people, but my personality or whatever, it's just some people who I don't like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that, and I feel like a lot of people let this Twitter shit and having their followers and giving an opinion on Nicki, and then it's like it's like you're here for Nicki, but you end up being fans of people with a large followings. No, don't even regard me like that. Don't do it at all. So listen, I'm here for Nicki taking a break. You know, I said that in my video yesterday. Nicki she deserves a break. She did 70 shows. She deserves a break. And also why she deserves a break is because she deserves to like she says, she wants to take it all in so that she can go back and create. You need that space so that you can create music, so that you could come back and like come strong or whatever, right? She's teasing the Pink Friday 3. She teased that last night. I'm ready for Pink Friday 3 era. You know, give it a few months, let it bubble, because you know. And she's saying like, you know, when you go away, people become fonder. You know, their hearts grow fonder, and that is very true. Go away. She don't got to be stressed out like Cardi B just delivering the baby. Nana's still leaking. She ain't even fully through the postpartum, and she at parties. She doing this and that. It's like Nicki don't got to do that. You know, we all want a lot from her when it comes to promoting and doing things like that, but Nicki don't have to do all of that silly shit. She just don't have to, you know? So listen, get in the comments. Let me know what you think about Nicki going on hiatus. Let me know what you think about that whole fan situation with Nicki having to, like, you know, clock Nate like that. And I know there's a lot of people who probably watch this video. You probably like Nate. I mean, you like who you like, you know what I'm saying? This is not a statement for me saying that I don't like him, but I feel like even when he was on that platform, when Nicki brought him up on station, and he had this cocky aura about, like, why? Because I mean, I know that he's found a way for social media to work for him and make money off of social media. That's dope. Do your thing. I can't hate on nobody. I work a full-time job and I get my bag over here too, and I got a business. So listen, my hands is in many pots, right? But my whole thing is just like, you can't act like you bigger than the brand. It's like at the end of the day, you just a fan. You really are just a fan. But it's like when people have large reach, they have these exacerbated type of feelings of importance, that I would say. Listen, let me know what you think in the comments. Let's move on. So listen, Cardi B had a private party in New York City, still out there running amok, running crazy, right? Man, so you know, I just gave her credit the other day when her birthday passed, and I said, oh, she had a nice little gathering, you know, with her kids. She didn't do no big party or anything like that. Then last night in New York City, Cardi B is out in New York City. She had some private party where she was a thotty. She's supposed to be a thotty stripper, what they call a bartender or whatever, right? So I peeped this article from TMZ. So it said Cardi, and listen, is Cardi B working with TMZ? It's like, cause you know, I feel like TMZ never posts anything positive on Nicki, but it's like they post, you know, Cardi's birthday, celebrating her birthday, whatever. I'm taking a mental note of that, and I'm, you know, whatever, right? So Cardi B, it's my birthday and I'm providing all the cakes. What? Cardi B making sure that her 32nd birthday is memorable for herself, for everyone watching her ass-shaking celebration, and possibly for her estranged hubby who did not see the party in person. And you know, it's so crazy that this is my first time reading this article, but I didn't notice that Offset was there. But you know, it has to go along with the story. Offset was probably back at her place or whatever, or at a hotel waiting for her to bring them stripper cakes back and for him to plunge into her. well, shit, if she is thirsty out there on the scene, I know you got to wait 6 weeks before you have SCX, but shit, he probably already getting it. All right, so they saying that Offset wasn't invited or whatever. The private party went down Saturday night in Manhattan with Cardi labeling her shindig "Bardi in the City," although it looked more like Bardi barely covered. So she had this little short dress number on. She was bartending and stuff like that, trying to act like. Shut up. Anyway, Cardi was rocking a backless black romper and showed off all of her back tats and struggled to cover her ASS. The tiny outfit didn't hamper her signature dance moves as she twerked all night for cameras and was even slinging drinks at one point during the evening. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna post some of the pictures up there so you can see some of the pictures, right? So Cardi went online. It's like she has this little way that she's trying to talk. Yesterday she was calling people her besties, stealing spice, stealing her whole shit. But she said, so let me tell y'all about my little thotty dress. The dress I was gonna wear for my birthday was a little too small and there wasn't enough fabric. So I got my ass in the truck and went to Staten Dolls Gentleman Club where I worked at for 4 years and bought this little dress because baby, nothing was gonna stop me this night. I love the fact that they don't see me as Cardi B. They still treat me like Camilla. Fun fact, that was my stripper name. You still a stripper. You still a stripper. You know what I'm saying? And then Offset treated you like his big tipper. Yeah, definitely was spending your money. So Cardi, you know, it looks like she had a good time celebrating her birthday in the worst way, you know. I just get worried about people like, you know, especially with small children. You going out being like, you know, all, you know, in the clubs and all of that. You got to go back to your kids. It's like you got T Styles around you. It's like, what is T Styles you're filling since Star Brim is in jail now? And you got to fill her in for, you know, because the black girl's gone. Cardi is so calculated. She's very calculated because where is Maria? Where is Marisol? Where is Camila? Where is the Latina girls at? Why you always got a T Styles? Or it's like, is T Styles a fighter? Is this something that I'm missing here? Because I don't understand why this girl don't never have no Dominican mommies around her. Why? It's like, even with Ice Spice, she got called out for being colorist from Cleopatra, or people were saying that about her. But it's like, if you look around her, you can see that she keeps Dominicans or, you know, Latina women around her. It's like Cardi is always black. It's black DICK, black women around her. She just, I don't know what to say. But Cardi, you know, she looked nice in her little romper dress or whatever. You know, I look at the dress and the whole getup. I'm not thinking about the person who's behind it, you know? So listen, if she enjoyed it, I think that, you know, also her fans is mad because she didn't announce that there was anything going on with her project or whatever, but you already know what them budgets is doing over there at Atlantic Records. They all frantic at Atlantic, you know what I mean? So listen, let's move on. The last thing I want to talk about, this is something that's a little bit off topic that I wanted to bring up. You know how Black Americans and, you know, we talk about like getting reparations for, you know, building up this country pretty much. Well, I was going through some blogs and I seen that it said King Charles. King Charles is the son of Queen Elizabeth, who passed away recently. You know what? I didn't understand why people were so enthralled with Queen Elizabeth and all of that. As much pain that they're, you know, the Buckingham Palace and all of them over there have the pain that, you know, Americans, Black Americans has endured like for years because of them. So anyway, I wanted to read this to you. King Charles facing 261 billion demand for damages over UK's links to brutal slave trade a year after cancer hit the monarch promise probe. So I want to get into this. So I don't know, what does this mean for Black Americans? Because I know that they mentioned that 15 Caribbean islands came together and they were saying that they wanted reparations too. But anyway, King Charles Prime Minister Keir Starmer will face demands to pay an astonishing 261 billion in reparations. Radar Online can reveal that UK leaders will likely be asked to compensate for the country's role in the slave trade when they attend the Commonwealth Summit later this month. What? Yeah. Shell out the money. So, all right, Mia Mottley, the Prime Minister of Barbados, told the United Nations how reparations for slavery and colonialism should be a part of the new global reset. Mottley met with King Charles in London earlier this month to talk about the advance of the 56-nation Commonwealth gathering. She went on to praise the monarch for declaring the UK's history of slavery is a conversation whose time has come. However, Buckingham Palace declined to reveal the contents of the conversation. This is interesting. All right. According to the sources, the king took the issue of the family's link to slavery profoundly serious. Yeah, cough up that bread, especially for the Americans. Listen, I can't count out the Caribbean islands, countries, and all of that, but reparations are definitely due to to Black Americans, right? And I also want to say this too. The dollar should be in the trillions. Screw the billions. It's in the trillions. So listen, after the ledger revealed King William III was given shares of the Royal African Company. So the document, which dates from 1689 and was found in the Royal Archive of Virginia-based historian Dr. Brooke Newman, shows a transfer of $1,300 of shares and business of William of Orange from its governor Edward Costin. All right. So a palace spokesman revealed His Majesty told the Commonwealth heads of government reception in Rwanda last year that I cannot describe the depths of personal sorrow at the suffering of so many as I continue to deepen my own understanding of the slavery's enduring impact. Yeah. What? That process has continued with vigor and determination since His Majesty's accession. Historic Royal Palaces is a partner in the independent research project, which began October last year, that is exploring, among other issues, the links between British monarchy and the transatlantic slave trade during the 17th and 18th centuries. Yeah. We are about ready for y'all to pay up. So listen, if you just need a little bit of education, so King Charles, he's the oldest child of the Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. And listen, this is why I understand, like, when Queen Elizabeth, I have I have regard and empathy and sympathy for anybody who loses their life, for like, that's just humanistic. That's just the humanistic part of being, for me, just being in touch with, having emotions for people. Yeah, I felt bad when she passed away, but with all of the things that, that whole establishment has done, the history, come on. So listen, the transatlantic slave trade. So the transatlantic slave trade, also known as the Atlantic slave trade, was the transportation of enslaved African people to Americas by European slave traders between 1501 and 1867. So the slave trade involved kidnapping, abduction, and trafficking, and is considered one of the most violent and traumatic eras in history. And we still waiting for reparations? I want you to think to yourself, who's received reparations? Didn't the Irish get reparations? Who's received reparations but Black Americans haven't, and they want us to forget about it? Everything that they've done to us, everything. So the slave trade followed a triangular route from Europe to Africa, Africa to the Americas, Americas to Europe. The impact of the slave trade. The trade was economically and politically transformative for many ports, including Liverpool, Bristol in England, Nantes and Bordeaux in France. And France, their history, what they did to Haiti, and Haitians is running all crazy, and like the whole nation is defunct because what y'all did, y'all listen. Y'all bankrupt that island, and y'all expect some sort of magical, some sort of magic to come from a country who's been set back for years. You know what I'm saying? So France was in that, Lisbon, Portugal, Rio de Janeiro, Salvador de Bahia, Brazil, and Newport, Rhode Island in the United States. Human cost in the slave trade. The trade killed more than 15 million men, women, and children, and enslaved people suffer from a variety of diseases and inhumane living and working conditions. Common symptoms include blindness, abdominal swelling, bowed legs, skin lesions, and convulsions. Common conditions included berberia, pellagra, tetany, rickets, and kwashiorkor. So I guess this is what people, symptoms and diseases that due to that trade. But anyway, I think that that's interesting. If they do pay up, what does that mean for Black Americans if he gives up to 260 billion? That's in the trillions from what the last I researched. I think that the last time I seen it was like between 30 or 70 trillion dollars. Like, let's get the money right. I also seen something that they were doing for reparations in the state of Louisiana, where people who had faced some sort of, I don't know if it was like crime related or police brutality or whatever, they was going to give them $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month is not going to cut it. We need more than that. $1,000 a month is literally a crumb. I mean, but to a person who would need that, I understand it, but no. And then California, they were also talking about doing some reparations in the state of California, but I think it's been halted as of right now. I gotta look for an update, but I just wanted to share that with y'all nonetheless. Potent, pondering, never pandering. Listen, I wanted to come and do a video for y'all tonight. So let me get in the comments. Let me know what you think about Nicki Minaj taking her hiatus, and also like that whole fan talk and like fans just feeling like they're more important than the other. This is why I do my own thing. I love different content creators, do your thing or whatever the case may be, and I love the different fans, but I don't mix up like that. I just feel like when you're in the mix, it's always going to be some sort of problem. I don't want to be recognized by Nicki like that, because the haters is going to come out. They're going to be like, oh, you said this in the video. They're going to screenshot it, then they're going to make it go viral over Twitter. It's like, and I really don't care, because anything that I say, I can stand on it. I can, because I've never disrespected Nicki, none of that. Also, let me know what you think about Cardi B doing this party in New York City. She's so thirsty, so desperate, you know what I'm saying? She want attention or mention. It's like, damn, I thought that she spent her birthday perfectly with her children, chilling. She was with her chilling. And then now she out doing some sort of party, you know, acting like she's some damn bartender, stripper, thotty bartender. Yeah. So listen, potent, pondering, I'm up out of here. We going into Monday. I want to get this video uploaded. It's 9:47, so hopefully I get it uploaded before 12 a.m. I hope y'all all had a blessed weekend. You know what I'm saying? I'm up out of here. Peace.